Whether new shooter, longtime gun owner, or even police officer or soldier, your handgun needs a Crimson Trace laser sight or light. Get the confidence and reliability you need to protect family, home, and country. Crimson Trace.
This week on Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, Tom's talking AR building and customizing, using deadly force in a self-defense situation, and why it's a great time to buy a gun. Call now to be on the air with Tom. 1-866-TALK-GUN. Now, here's Tom Gresham.
Absolutely true. I don't think there's ever been a better time to buy a gun. We have more variety, they have better quality. The prices are down, and keep going down. This is temporary, you know. This, I don't know what you'd even call it. It's a sale. It's time of bargains. It's an overstocking of inventory right now. By the way, I'm Tom Gresham, and this is Gun Talk. I'm glad that you are with us. If you'd like to join us, we have some open lines for you right now. 866-825-5486, or, honestly, easier, just to dial 1 and then Tom Talk Gun. Tom Talk Gun, that'll get you in here. This is an incredible time. We had the huge sale of guns, people buying guns like crazy last year. And the manufacturers stocked up, they ramped up, they produced guns like crazy. You remember 2 years ago when you couldn't find any guns on the shelves? People would walk in and just say, "What have you got? I'll take it. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what caliber it is, I'll just buy it." Well, that's over. But they ended up with a lot of excess inventory. And so manufacturers are selling at great discounts to distributors who are selling at great discounts to dealers who some are and some are not selling at great discounts to consumers. If you shop around, you can find some incredible deals out there. So it's a great time. I went hunting. Let's see, yesterday morning, I put this out on Twitter. By the way, if you're not following me, I am at Gun Talk on Twitter. Put this out, and boy, I got some interesting comments from people. I said, "Hey, I'm out in the blind. I'm hunting deer. I've got my 257 Roberts." And people are saying, "Well, what happened to the 7mm08 you just got? What's the matter? You couldn't leave the old friend at home?" And somebody else says, well, yeah, but what about the new friend?" All right. I just didn't have time to go sight in the new 7M08. I got a Ruger American left-handed version. I shoot from the left shoulder. Right-handed, left eye dominant, shoot from the left shoulder. And just did not have time to take it out and sight it in. And so picked up the old favorite, the 257 Roberts, woodstock, simple gun, 2-8 variable scope on it. Took it out, didn't see any deer. Had an interesting thing happen, though. I want to bounce this off of you. Anybody have any thoughts on this? As the light's coming up, I'm out early. There's a black blob out there on the food plot, hunting whitetail in Louisiana. It's planted in ryegrass and that kind of stuff. And as the light comes up, I'm looking through the binoculars, I'm thinking, hog? Bear? And then the light gets just a little bit better. And it's amazing, like after just even 1 or 2 minutes, the light's coming up. And then I see a tail. I go, okay, not a bear, not a hog. Big raccoon, big old raccoon out there. And I watched it for, 45 minutes. It's out there. And I'm watching through the binoculars, and I thought, well, just look at it through the scope. Get the rifle out. Put the scope on it, kind of hunker, get a good solid position. He's about 100 yards out, and I'm just going to basically put the scope on him and just see about, holding the crosshairs steady. It was very weird. He's 100 yards away. I've been watching him for 45 minutes. As soon as the crosshairs laid across him, he started acting weird. And he stood up, looked around, never saw me. I know that. I was in one of these box blinds. And then he just shuffled off. It was almost as if he could feel the crosshairs on him. Have you ever had anything like that happen? It was pretty interesting. We've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. We've got a number of great guests. We're going to be talking about some new SIGs, a giveaway. Going to be talking with the lady from A Girl and a Gun, a women's shooting league. We're going to have a list of cool things that you can do, accessories and modifications you can do to your AR. You bought an AR in the last couple of years and you're thinking, okay, I got this thing. I went out to the range, I shot it. What else can I do? Well, we're going to have a list of all kind of neat stuff that you can do to your gun. And also, we're going to be talking with Masad Ayub, one of the top trainers, book authors. He's got a new book out, and it is excellent. It's called Deadly Force, Understanding Your Right to Self-Defense. If you have a gun for self-defense, whether you carry it or keep it at your home or in your vehicle, you want to hear about this. A lot of cool stuff coming up. Also, of course, we're asking for and getting your range reports. If you've been out shooting, we'd like to hear what you've been shooting, good, bad, indifferent. If you have some thoughts on what you would like to buy for Christmas or the holiday season, new gun, new scope, new ammo, new anything, let me know that. Love to get that info. And then we'll also have a little bit of information, maybe. Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a tease, but the Gun Talk Gun, it is going to be coming. I think in time for at least you to get an order in before Christmas. Have a little bit more about that as we go along. 866-TALK-GUN is our number here. 866-TALK-GUN. Also, we'll be giving away some stuff. Information on that when we come back. Shoot me an email, tom@guntalk.com. Join me on Twitter. I'm at Gun Talk. Or even better, just give us a call here. 866-TALK-GUN.
Want your next gun purchase to be fast and hassle-free? Well, at galleryofguns.com, you can search through thousands of models from our huge firearms inventory. Find a great offer from a local dealer that includes all fees and taxes. And there's no need to arrange a transfer. Gallery of Guns takes a small deposit on your credit card, and your gun will be at your chosen dealer in as little as 48 hours. Plus, your gun will be covered by our guaranteed lifetime replacement warranty. Galleryofguns.com. Search, find, buy. It really is just that easy.
If you carry a gun, you need training. Your concealed carry class was definitely not training. But time, money, and obligations keep you from spending days at a shooting school. The trusted folks at Gun Talk can help. Concealed Carry 1, our DVD featuring the VADA Group, covers what gun, what holster, how to carry, where to wear your gun, and much more. Visit shopguntalk.com. That's shopguntalk.com. Look, this really is life and death. Learn how to stay aware, how to get away, and how to fight if you must. At shopguntalk.com, you can get the 2 DVD set, including Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. No matter what gun you carry, this vital training info can save your life. Learn the draw, the stance, reloading, vital gear from Gun Talk. That's shopguntalk.com. shopguntalk.com.
Weather can affect your shot. Extreme cold, extreme hot, no matter what, Australian Outback Ammo has you covered. Ammunition loaded to shoot the same spot every time. And now Australian Outback offers 300 Blackout with loads from a 125 grain bullet to a 220 grain subsonic load. Check it out at outbackammo.com.au. outbackammo.com.au.
The Ruger American Rifle is a 100% American-made firearm that offers outstanding performance at a great price. Available in standard size and compact models, it features power-bending integral bedding blocks, a Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, a flush-fit 4-round rotary magazine, and a 3-lug bolt with 70-degree throw. Compact models feature a shorter length of pull and a shorter barrel for a reduction in overall length of more than 5 inches. The Ruger American Rifle, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
Waterfowl season is here, and you're pumped, ready, raring to go. But man, those non-toxic shot shells are expensive. Did you know you can reload your own non-toxic ammo for waterfowl hunting? Go take a look at mechreloaders.com. Mech Reloaders have been trusted since 1956, and they have experienced customer service representatives to help you get started. Just go to mechreloaders.com. That's MECreloaders.com. Or ask your local retailer.
All right, back with the 866 Talk Gun. Get you in here. By the way, we're giving away stuff as we like to do around here. We have the Condition Crimson Preparedness Kit. This is the Crimson Trace giveaway. All you have to do is go to guntalk.com/win, and that'll get you in there. We're giving away, this kit has a laser sight of the winner's choosing, a holster, if that applies, a gun vault, nano vault, an avid range tool, a tactical Taylor range bag, a neon sign, which I just love. I just love the whole idea of getting the Crimson Trace neon sign. You can put it up in your gun room, in your bar, whatever. That's just pretty slick. All you have to do is go to guntalk.com/win, and you will win, because everybody who enters this gets the training DVD from Crimson Trace called The Laser's Edge. It's excellent. So, I mean, all you have to do is go sign up, and you will get this DVD. guntalk.com/win gets you in there. Let's see. Mike is with us on line 2. He's calling out of Kentucky. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, Tom, how you doing? I'm doing great today.
Good deal. You got a range report for us, huh?
I have a range report and a related question, and my range report is on the Savage Rascal 22. I've got 6 grandkids between 3 and 10 years of age, and 4 of them are between 7 and 10, and I've been looking for something to get them all into shooting, and came across the Savage Rascal, and it is just the perfect gun for kids in that age. And a lot of the youth guns, the length of pull only goes down to about 14 inches, but the Rascal goes down to 11 and a half, which I think is just great for the starting age. But I think the thing that impressed me most about it was they seem to have built this gun from the ground up. They didn't take an adult gun and just saw the stock off. The grip on it is about half the diameter of other guns, so it fits the younger hands. And the thing that sold me on it, when I was in one of the big box gun stores, the clerk handed me the gun, and I dry fired it, pointing in a safe direction, of course. And I just went, whoa, because it has an adjustable trigger that came from the factory. I measured it at 3 pounds. And I think that's just about right for young kids with, not a lot of grip strength. You don't want them pulling a 6-7 pound trigger and trying to shoot with that. And so the gun's only 2.5 pounds. It's drilled and tapped for scope mounts if you want, and it's just great. And we took it out 2 weekends ago. The kids generally had fun with it. I think the only knock on it that I have is that it comes with peep sights. And I hadn't shot peep sights since I was a teenager. They're a lot of fun, and they're pretty accurate, but the kids struggled a little bit with it. And, they could have put some calibration marks on it. It's adjustable for elevation and windage, but it was a little bit hard to get sighted in. So, but I just think it's just a great starter gun for kids of that age. And everybody has to decide what's the right age. But but my grandkids all have to tell me the 4 rules of shooting safety. They have to be able to recite them back, and if they can't recite them, they don't get to shoot. So they know them by heart. I love it.
All right, you got a question for me?
I do, and that's a related question, and it has to do with sighting systems. So what are your thoughts on, for first-time starter shooters, kids in particular, for sighting systems on the gun? Are you thinking, like open sights, peep sights like this Rascal, or jump right to scopes? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do. I think, first of all, remember they've got good eyes, good young eyes. I would think either open iron sights or a peep sight, and flip a coin on that. And I would hold off on the scope at first and teach them to use those. Now, there is a line of thinking, however, that says go with a red dot, a zero magnification red dot sight, because one of the things about that, and I could buy in on that, one of the things about a red dot sight is there's no front sight, rear sight to worry about. You just put dot on target and pull trigger, and the bullet's going to go where the dot is. So I could actually, and I have to kind of get myself out of my, mode of, I learned to shoot a long time ago before there were red dot sights. And, we all want to say, well, I think kids ought to do it the way I did it. Well, that's not necessarily the smart move. I can't see anything wrong with putting one of those little, like a Trijicon RMR or one of those little bitty, like 1 ounce red dot sights that are available. Put that thing on there. It's going to make it so easy. They will understand. If you put the dot on it and you make a good trigger pull on it, you're going to hit the target.
Why is that better than the scope? And I'll tell you why I asked the question to begin with. I was kind of the mindset that you were of kind of, well, I learned to shoot that way, so by golly, they should learn to shoot that way too. And let's get the basics down, and then we'll move up to the high-tech stuff. But as I watched them struggle a little bit, we were shooting 20 yards at an 8-inch target, and they were getting they were doing okay hitting the target. But then we had a spinner target we were shooting at, and they were having trouble hitting that with the peep sights. And I let them shoot I have a bigger 22. They can't really shoulder properly, but it had a scope on it. And when they looked through that with the scope, they were hitting the spinners. And what I saw smiles when they were they were using the scope. And I didn't see smiles when they were using the peep sights. And I came to the conclusion that the most important objective is smiles at the firing line, so that they're enjoying what they're doing. So. Well,
yeah, and I understand. I think you're right. The goal is to have them hit stuff. I guess what I would say is that if you're going to go with a scope, go with a zero magnification or 1 magnification, 1x, which is zero magnification scope, so you've got a wide field of view. But I still think, because you're adding weight when you do that, I think maybe one of these little bitty red dots that weighs only 1 ounce might be a way to go. So anyway, but congratulations on getting all those kids shooting. That is terrific. Way to go. Eddie is on line 1. He's in Aurora, Colorado. Hello, Eddie.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet.
I just wanted to know the differences. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to know the differences between the 1-7 and 1-9 twist rates.
Okay, well, what rifle are we talking about?
Just the ARs.
Sure. Basically, obviously, and you understand that 1-7 is going to twist. It'll spin the bullet a little bit faster than a 1-9, just because that's, okay. And the only reason you go with one over the other is if you wanted to shoot really long bullets, heavy bullets, for long-range stuff, you would go to the 1-7. Honestly, for most of us, if we're going to shoot bullets that are under, I'll call it, just pick a number, 65 grains, either would work just fine. That would be more for just target practice and. Yeah, if you're doing people who are serious about doing long range shooting with heavy bullets, which means they're longer, they need a faster twist rate. And it's one of those deals that if you're doing that, if you're engaging in long range competition, you understand this and you know what you need. And if you're not doing that kind of shooting, it doesn't matter because you're just shooting, whatever inexpensive ammo is available, probably shooting 55 grain bullets most of the time anyway.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay, well then any twist rate will work for that, so it's not a problem. But that's why you use a faster twist rate, is because you're using longer bullets, and the longer bullets are what you use when you're shooting a long range, because you have better ballistic coefficients, so that'll work with you. All right, let's switch over to Pensacola, Florida, where we've got Harvey on line 3. Hey, Harvey, what you looking at here?
Well, yeah, Tom, I'm a truck driver, and there are places where I have deliveries that says no weapons allowed. And I understand, they have the right to say that, and as well as I have the right to have mine. However, I can't stop on the side of the road when I make a delivery and put my weapon out on the side of the road. And several of the places that I pull in will say, that I'm subject, as an agreement to come in, I'm subject to search.
Right.
Well, if they find my weapon in my truck, then I violated their rights and could be prosecuted. In my state, Florida, I understand that if I violate the law, that my right to carry can be taken away from me.
Okay.
And I don't understand why there's not something, and I travel different states, that there couldn't be a requirement or a law that if you're going to require me to put down my weapon and enter your place of business, you must provide me a safe, secure place to put it.
I might go with let me throw out another way to look at this. What if the legislation said rather than requiring them to provide you with a place to put it. What if the legislation said you're legal if you've got it in your truck, but it's locked up? That way, they don't have to provide anything for you. All you have to do is put it in a lockbox, and while you're in this place, and then when you come back out, you can take it out. Would that work?
I'll bet on that side of the plate, but where do we get the legislation? If it was just my local state, if I just drove here, I could go to my state senator. Do I need to go to my senator in Washington to see if he could pay? It's going to have to be nationwide because I travel from state to state, and DOT doesn't. DOT has absolutely no requirements for carrying a weapon. You can carry one. They don't care. It's not even in the book. Right. So it's not a DOT problem. It's just when I pull into places, it says that I can't bring my weapon in. And some of them are government places. Well,
and I was going to say, that's the other issues. You talked about some are privately owned places, private businesses that have a no guns policy, but some are actually government operations where they have no guns policy, which is a different level of requirement where you can't carry in there or can't even have it. It's not a matter of carrying. You can't have the firearm. It's like going on to a military base. You can't have it there. I don't know what the right approach would be on this, but I'm thinking maybe a federal legislation that has to do with over-the-road truckers might be a way to go. And by the way, for those of you who are saying, well, it's against the law for a commercial truck driver to have a gun in the car, in his truck. No, it's not. There's nothing in the DOT regs. There's nothing in there. If you've been told that it's against the law, then whoever told you that was either misinformed or was purposely lying to you. And a lot of the companies that hire drivers will lie to their drivers and tell them it's against the law when, in fact, it's just their policy. But they don't want to take the heat for making it their policy, so they'll try to shove it off on the feds. Absolutely perfectly legal. As long as you're legal in the state, the location where you are, then there's no restriction about commercial truck drivers versus anybody else. So just food for thought for you there. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to be talking about some cool guns that have just become available, some things that you may want to know about. And you can join us by calling 866-TALK-GUN. I'm Tom Gresham, and this is Gun Talk.
Have you taken your family, friends, and kids shooting lately? You're listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, and we'll be right back. Want to be a guest on the show? Drop us a line at info@guntalk.com. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
You know, if you've got a range report and you're shy, you can shoot me an email, tom@guntalk.com. We love getting the range reports. People say, hey, I took this gun out. Let me tell you about it. That's fun. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we like. You'll notice how rarely it is somebody says, I took this gun out and it was a terrible product. I hate this thing. We don't get that very often. Most companies are producing pretty decent guns these days. It's as I was saying earlier, it is an amazing time to be buying guns. The deals are really something else. And I tell you what, joining us to talk about that and kind of bring us up to speed with what's going on in the marketplace right now, Liam Dillon's with Top Gun Supply, one of our great sponsors here. Hey, Liam, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing today, Tom?
Good. Top Gun Supply. Well, you guys basically sell parts and guns and holsters and stuff all online at topgunsupply.com. I've been saying for 2 months now, this is a most amazing time for deals. What are you seeing?
Yeah, like you said, it's a great time for firearms customers. It's an even better time for Top Gun Supply customers. We have some great sales in the store, backed up by what the manufacturers are doing. I mean, I've been in this industry 16 years. I have never seen the level of rebates that are going on right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just phenomenal.
Well, everybody's overstocked. I mean, people say, what's going on? It's really simple. They're overstocked. They got to move it.
Yeah, that's right. For example, HK, they make some of the best polymer frame pistols out there, rifles too. They're offering a $200 factory rebate. It'll come to you in the mail on a preloaded Visa card. On the USP series, the HK-45s, the MR rifles, they all qualify for that $200. So you're taking a gun that might, $200, right?
So you get the best deal you can get, and then you get the $200 back on top of that.
Correct. Whether you buy it online or in our storefront, the $200 rebate is still it still qualifies.
In the HK line, what's the hot ticket right now?
Well, they did come out with the Striker Fired VP9. It's the first Striker Fire pistol from them in a long time, and unfortunately that does not qualify for the $200 rebate. But what we're selling a lot of is the HK45. That's a good full-size service pistol, and they also make the 45 compact model. For those interested in carrying the gun a little easier, and those two qualify for that $200.
Well, it occurs to me that HK, of course, is one of the top-line companies, and their handguns are not inexpensive. They're a little bit on the pricey side, and there are going to be people out there who are thinking, man, I've always wanted one of those, but they've just been a little bit out of my range. Now, basically, they're all $200 less.
Correct. It's a good time to buy one, and we're having at the storefront. We have Black Friday sales for those that are local, but for Cyber Monday, we have some excellent deals going too. We're doing a SIG 229 40 cal on Cyber Monday for $600. That's another gun that's normally over $800, and we're knocking a couple $100 off of that for Cyber Monday.
Where's the store, for those who don't know, if they're in the area?
It's in a little town called Chesterland, Ohio. It's a little bit east of Cleveland by about 20 miles. So, northeastern Ohio area. And we get folks coming in from all over, people that are fans of the website and have bought from us online. Maybe they're in town for the holidays or on business, and we have a beautiful storefront, and they'll drive in just to take a look at our storefront.
Okay, what's going on with ARs? I keep hearing that AR prices are being driven down because there's so many of them out there.
Oh, yeah. If you are been waiting for an AR-15 rifle, now is the time to buy. Right off the top of my head, we have a DPMS Oracle, which is a great rifle. It's a forged upper and lower receiver, mil-spec upper. Those are normally, we sell them for $579, which is a great deal. It's a sale price that we have going on right now. But then DPMS offers another $50 cash back rebate. So you can get a brand new in the box AR-15 rifle for $530.
And normally, a lot of places you'll see that rifle listed at $700. Right.
$699 was typically the great price on that gun. MSRP on that gun is up around $800. So now you can get it for $530 after that rebate.
Basically, $525 you're looking at. That's well. Once again, it's and for those who are saying, well, okay, what's going on? Essentially, imagine this: DPMS made more guns. They ramped up for the huge sale. And what happened was last year when sales stopped, they stopped. They didn't slow down. They didn't ramp off. They just stopped. And so they got a lot of guns sitting there. Their distributors have a lot of guns sitting there, and dealers have a lot of guns. And so what they're trying to do is they call it pulling it through the pipeline, right?
Right. They're passing on, basically their excess production is your gain as a customer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And so, and another deal I'd like to talk about, because, people are very interested in service pistols, what maybe the military or police may use. We have the Beretta 92S, which is very comparable to what our military uses, slight variations on the decocking lever and the magazine release, but these are Italian police trade-ins. They came right over from Italy. They have matching boxes with serial numbers. We're selling them for $297.
Under $300 for a Beretta 92. It's the 92S. This is you say it's the Italian police
Italian
version?
Police. Yeah, and for the collectors out there, these have the Italian proof marks, from the Italian proof houses. Just another great gun. It's a full-size service pistol for a new shooter, maybe recoil sensitive, or a guy that wants a spare gun for when he's taking first-time shooters out, and doesn't want to give them a real expensive gun or a gun with heavy recoil. It's a great option.
Would regular 92 mags work in this?
Only if they have the secondary cutout. There's another kind of half-moon cutout at the bottom for the magazine release button. Mm-hmm. But we offer the correct magazines for sale for this gun as well for around $25. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what else are you seeing out there? What that people need to? Because right now is when people are thinking, I'm going to buy a gun. It's Christmas time. I'm going to either treat myself or I'm going to get a gift for somebody. Whether it's in guns or accessories, you guys kind of carry everything. What else should people be thinking about for their holiday gift buying list?
Well, it's sometimes there's some issues with purchasing a gun for another individual. What with straw purchases or just the price alone. What I always think for myself as a shooter that really works out, what I appreciate getting as gifts is accessories. For example, we have some really nice range bags manufactured by 511. And, it's a nice bag that you can carry all of your shooting stuff in one bag. So, when you go to the range, you don't, I forgot my hearing protection at home because it was in another spot. You can keep everything together in a nice range bag. Or magazines. You can never have enough magazines.
That's true. Yeah. I like it. Range bags, mags, accessories. How about optics?
Yeah, optics. We recently started carrying Vortex, the Vortex line of optics. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They are priced very attractively. They have a phenomenal warranty. That's one thing that Vortex kind of sets them apart in the industry is that they have a no questions asked warranty. Anything goes wrong with their optics, they will take care of it. They'll stand behind their product. And, as an online retailer, that's what we like to see. Companies that'll stand behind their product and really help out the consumer.
Yep, exactly. All right, if people want more information, they want to take a look at all this stuff you're talking about, just the website, topgunsupply.com?
Yeah, that's correct. Or they can call in, Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 Eastern time. Our customer service reps are great. They can answer any questions you have. They're all shooters. They're all familiar with the product.
Cool. Sounds good. It is a great time to be buying guns. Liam, thank you so much for your help.
Thank you, Tom. We'll talk to you.
All right, take care. Yeah, it is that time. And by the way, just to throw the big tease out, I think, knock on wood, cross my fingers, all of that. Leave some room in your gift buying budget. I think in 2 weeks, we're going to be able to announce the Gun Talk gun. I hope, if all goes well. I'm hoping. 866-TALK-GUN. 866-TALK-GUN. Give me a holler.
Are you looking for a place to shoot? The National Shooting Sports Foundation has a great website called wheretoshoot.org. It's the largest database of shooting ranges on the internet. It's also a great resource for shooters where you can find video tips, printable targets, and a lot more. Find it online at wheretoshoot.org. And while you're there, download their free iPhone app. That's wheretoshoot.org.
Smith & Wesson Bodyguards. Carry more comfortably. Walk more confidently. When it comes to personal protection, nothing beats a Bodyguard. Choose the lightweight, compact, and concealable Bodyguard 380 pistol or the Bodyguard 38 revolver, both with a built-in laser sight. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguards. Carry more comfortably. Walk more confidently.
Hi, I'm Michael Bain. You know I hate cleaning guns, so anything that makes that job faster and easier is definitely a plus. And that's where Bore Tips come in. These reusable, lint-free cleaning swabs make cleaning a breeze. And the tighter-fitting Bore Tips do a better job on barrels than cotton mops or patches. Hey, it's a dirty job. Let Bore Tips help. To find a dealer, visit boretips.com.
Inaccurate is just plain worthless. Doesn't matter if you're shooting for a national championship or just trying to beat your friend. You need accurate ammo. Nosler's match-grade handgun ammunition delivers. You get Nosler sporting handgun and custom competition bullets in Nosler head-stamped brass, loaded to the same strict tolerances as Nosler's match-grade rifle ammo. Handgun accuracy through match-grade ammo. Available in 9mm, 40, and 45. Visit Nosler.com.
The new Walther PPX offers a smooth trigger, ambidextrous magazine release, 3 integral safeties, rugged construction, and the famous Walther ergonomic grip. All this at a great price. Right now, get a free magazine, holster, and dual mag pouch when you purchase a PPX. Feel the perfect fit of the Walther PPX at your local gun dealer or go to waltherarms.com for more information. That's waltherarms.com.
We're back with you. 866 Talk Gun will get you in here. If you're talking about, guns, optics, thinking about buying a gun, maybe you just bought a gun, let me know what you're thinking. I also, when I get a chance here, I want to bring up shotguns. I had a question from somebody who wants to buy his first shotgun. Probably more than anything, any other area of shooting, shotguns represent the most variety. And while you can get a shotgun that will do most things okay, if you're going to be doing specific things, you need different shotguns. Trying to do everything with one shotgun is like saying, yeah, I can take a 5-iron and play 18 holes of golf with it, but it's not going to work all that well. And I'm not really going to enjoy it so much. It's one of the reasons that we have different guns. It's funny. I had a friend that says, somebody asked him, so, well, why do you have so many guns? He said, well, why do you have so many shoes? So, well, I have different shoes for different occasions. He says, exactly. The same thing exactly. Line 2, John's with us out of Friendswood, Texas. Hey, John, you got a range report for us?
Yeah, I bought a Ruger American 30-06 earlier this year. I've been hunting with it now for a couple of months, and I really do love it. There is one issue that I didn't foresee, and I remember reading when you open the bolt, the lever is straighter. It doesn't wrap around the stock. Mm-hmm. And I've run into a couple of issues with it. One is, if I'm walking to my stand and I have it on my shoulder, stock down, barrel up, if I swing my arm back, I'm right-handed, I'll hit it and actually open the bolt. Now, it doesn't fall open, it just, comes up. So I've learned to be careful of that. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, on my ATV, I have one of these like fiberglass gun case things that it goes in. Right. And those are pretty narrow so that the rifle will fit snugly. Well, this bolt, you have to press it a bit to get it in there. It's not a problem, and I love the gun, and I'm going to keep using it. I just didn't foresee that straight bolt handle issue. The bolt sticks, it's not a 90-degree bolt lugs. I think it's probably a 60-degree bolt throw, and so you end up with the bolt sticking, just the bolt handle sticks just a little bit further out from the stock. I mean, we're not talking very many degrees difference, but it's noticeable. It's interesting how we notice those little bitty things. But trigger's okay? It shoots accurately? I love it. I haven't. One of the things I liked about it was the adjustable trigger, and but I haven't touched it. I'm shooting it just like it is, and shot a few animals this season so far, and it's great. I really like it. And it's hard to beat the 30-06 for do everything. Tell you what, I've got to do, John. I'm up against a hard break. Can you hold on with this, because I know you've got a question also. Is that okay? Sure. Okay, we'll do that. We're gonna take your question when we come back. I do like the Ruger American. That's kind of a new generation of excellent, less expensive rifles. I mean, the thing's got an MSRP of $449, and street price you can get for at least $100 less than that out there. It's fairly amazing. Accurate, good trigger, lightweight. Bunch of different calibers. I don't know what else you want it to do. 866 Talk. Gonna be right back with more Gun Talk.
You don't have to agree with Tom to participate in the show. Call now with any of your concerns about guns, gun rights, or particular firearms, or suggestions for your shooting activity or personal protection. 1-866-825-5486. Gun Talk is coming right back.
Talking with John out of Friendswood, Texas. He really likes his Ruger American rifle in 30-06. I like mine in 708, but I haven't had a chance to go out and shoot it. I've been shooting them in other calibers, but I just got my Ruger American in 7mm08 and have not had a chance to sight it in yet. That's why I didn't take it hunting with me yesterday. I took the old 257 Roberts. But John, you had a question for me too, I believe.
Yes, I do. I recently got a Glock 40 caliber, a Model 22, and I love it. It shoots great. But what I've been shooting in it since I got it, I've shot maybe 30 rounds through it so far, it's a full metal jacket, and apparently it's the bullet is steel jacket and then copper washed or copper coated. Is there any concern I ought to have about barrel or rifling or anything doing that?
I don't think so, and I'm hedging just ever so slightly. The one thing I know Glock says is Glock does not like for you to shoot lead bullets, cast lead bullets in their barrels because they have polygonal or polygonal rifling, and I guess it leads up. I don't know that there's an issue with an all steel bullet, or at least a steel, not all steel. It's a steel jacket bullet. What brand ammo is it?
TULA.
Okay, Tula. Yeah, that's the Russian stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I would suggest? I don't think there's going to be a problem. I mean, there are gazillions of people shooting that ammo through their Glocks with no problem at all. In fact, Michael here in the studio just said he shoots the same ammo in his Glock. He has no problem with it at all. So, I mean, if you're concerned with it, you could always ask Glock. But I don't think it's a problem here. Well,
and quite honestly, asking the manufacturer, I don't mind doing that, but so many times you get the legal answer rather than...
Absolutely. I understand exactly what you're... I always say that, look, lawyers, their job is to say no, because that protects the client. Can I? No. And if they can get you to do absolutely nothing, then there's no liability involved. So I understand what you're saying. I don't think I would worry. I would just shoot it. Well, let me ask you this. How's it been shooting for you?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a great gun. I bought it used, came with a laser and with the grip sleeve on it, and I've never had one. I've got a couple of 9s, a Ruger and a Smith & Wesson, but they're just standard grip. I love that grip sleeve. It's really nice.
Now, is that the Pierce grip sleeve?
It's like a rubber sleeve, and that's all I know since I didn't buy it myself.
Right. I believe that's probably what you have there. By the way, just got word a minute ago that Lane Pierce, Pierce Grip, died from leukemia, age 57, which seems awfully young to me these days as I get older and older. Just kind of a heads up for everybody. Just, take care of yourselves. I appreciate it. I think you got a great gun there, or actually you got a couple of great guns, John. I appreciate the call. Thank you, sir. Oh, shoot, we're not going to have it. I tell you what. We'll hold these guys over. Bill, Robert, don't go anywhere. We're going to get to you guys. We have guests coming up. In fact, coming up, shortly, we have Masad Ayub. If you don't know Masad, you certainly should. He's one of my probably half dozen absolute go-to guys. If I have a question about firearms training, self-defense training, about the legal use of firearms for self-defense, he is the guy. I guarantee you, written a bunch of books. And he's got a brand new book called Deadly Force. We'll have Masad up. Also, we'll have your comments, calls, questions. Question for you. If you carry a gun for self-defense, how much do you study, read, try to learn about the legal issues, all of that? Is that something that you do? I would love to hear how you approach that problem or that situation. Give me a call when you can. Be right back.
No black helicopters here, just the facts about gun rights and gun ownership. This is Gun Talk.